It is 1 a.m. You are horizontal. You are vulnerable. And you are staring at a jacket that costs $200 American dollars. Do you need this jacket? No. You live in Florida. It's 90 degrees. But do you want it? Bestie, you want it like Naruto wants to be Hokage. And then the trap card activates. That seductive little green button. Pay in 4. Suddenly, that $200 hit to your bank account vanishes. Now it's just $50. 50. You have $50. That's basically free. You click buy. The dopamine hits. You feel like a financial genius. Except 2 weeks pass. You forgot. Because let's be real, your attention span is cooked. And you didn't just buy the jacket. You also did a pay in 4 for sneakers and a blender. Why did you buy a blender, Tobin? Now, all those little $50 charges are syncing up like a choreographed dance of doom. Here is the stat that should keep you up at night, and not because you're shopping. Last year, 41% of people using these apps missed a payment. That isn't a small mistake. That is nearly half the server population failing the raid. I'm Biscuits J, and welcome to Jetset Wealthstyle. Today, we aren't just talking about debt. We are talking about the infinite money glitch that is actually draining your life force. If you have ever used Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm, or any button that promises you can ball now and pay later, smash that subscribe button. We are about to roast your spending habits to save your future. Let's get it. First, disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a cute, very sarcastic, and charming cartoon avatar on the internet. Do your own research. Now, let's look at the Buy Now, Pay Later, or BNPL industry. In 2019, this was a cute little $2 billion niche. In 2026, it's a $127 billion kaiju destroying Tokyo. We are talking about 86 million Americans using this stuff. That is 1 in 4 adults. If you are in a room with 3 friends, statistically, one of you owes money to a Swedish fintech app right now. But Biscuits, you say, it's interest-free. I'm beating the system. You sweet summer child, you aren't beating the system. The system was designed by people with PhDs in behavioral psychology who know exactly which buttons to push in your monkey brain. The interest-free claim comes with a massive asterisk. It's only interest-free if you are perfect. But remember that 41% fail rate? Yeah. If you miss a payment, you get slapped with fees. One company made $472 million in a single year just from junk fees. That includes snooze fees. You are literally paying them rent to live in Denial City. They have monetized procrastination. And if you go for the long-term financing, some of these apps charge 36% APR. That is not a loan. That is loan shark territory with a better UI. But the fees aren't even the real trap. The real trap is the genjutsu, the illusion they cast on your brain. It's called the pain of paying. When you hand over $100 cash, your brain registers physical pain. It hurts. That pain is good. That pain stops you from buying a life-size statue of Shrek. But BNPL anesthetizes that pain. When you split a payment, your brain doesn't see a $200 loss. It sees a $50 loss. The pain is gone. And when the pain is gone, the spending gets wild. Studies show people spend 27% more when BNPL is an option. Let's run the simulation. You need running shoes. Budget, $80. You find a pair for $120. Normally, you'd say, too expensive, goodbye. But then you see 4 payments of $30. Suddenly, $120 feels like $30. Math has left the chat. You leave the site thinking you spent $30. In reality, you spent $120, plus you added socks, shorts, and a water bottle. You walked in to spend $80 and walked out owing $220. You played yourself. If buying clothes was the only problem, I'd just call you a fashion victim and move on. But it's gotten worse. We have entered the dystopian arc. People are now using BNPL for groceries. 25% of users are financing their supermarket trips. We are normalizing going into debt for milk and bread. And the final boss of bad decisions? DoorDash. You can now finance your takeout. Let that sink in. You are taking out a loan for a burrito. That burrito will be fully digested and exit the system weeks before you finish paying for it. That is not finance. That is madness. If you need a loan to buy a chalupa, you are not the customer. You are the product. This leads to the BNPL debt spiral. Step 1, you use it for an emergency. Okay, valid. Step 2, it was easy, so you use it for a video game. Step 3, you now have 5 different payments of $20 coming out on random days. Step 4, money gets tight. You skip a payment to buy food. Step 5, late fees hit. Step 6, you are now taking out new BNPL loans to pay for the old BNPL loans. You are stacking loans like Jenga blocks, and gravity is coming for you. Do you know what this feels like? It feels like low-level anxiety all the time. It's waking up wondering which $25 charge is going to overdraft your account today. It's phantom debt because these loans often don't report to credit bureaus until you fail. Lenders don't know you're drowning. You could have 15 active loans and still look clean on paper. It's financial quicksand that looks like a sidewalk. Let's do the math that you are ignoring. Average user, 3 active loans, maybe a TV, some clothes, some random junk. Total debt, $750, but it's split across 12 different due dates. You don't have a monthly bill. You have a bill every 48 hours. You are not living. You are just dodging sniper fire. Gen Z and millennials love this stuff because they hate credit cards, and I get it. Credit cards are scary. But credit cards have rules. They have limits. They have one due date. BNPL is the Wild West. No guardrails, just vibes and debt. We have given an entire generation unlimited access to credit with zero friction. That is like giving a toddler a flamethrower because they promised to be careful. Don't think this is accidental. These companies aren't helping you. They are farming you. They charge merchants double the fees of credit cards. Why? Why would a shop pay extra to let you use Afterpay? Because they know the stats. They know you will spend more. They are paying a premium to bypass your self-control. You are walking into a casino where the house has rigged the slot machines to look like budgeting tools. So I am going to give you permission to do something radical, something counterculture. When you see that Pay in 4 button, close the tab. If you cannot afford it today, you cannot afford it. Waiting is not losing. Waiting is winning. The system wants you to be a frantic, debt-riddled consumer hamster on a wheel. Stepping off the wheel, that's the ultimate flex. Okay, enough doom and gloom. Let's get tactical. If you are already in the trap, here is how we break out. Rule 1, the audit. Open every app. Find every loan. Write them down. You cannot fight an enemy you cannot see. Rule 2, stop the bleeding. No new loans. I don't care if they are selling a PS6 for $5 a month. No. Rule 3, consolidate mentally. Stop saying it's only $20. No, it is a $500 debt. Treat it with respect. Rule 4, the grocery ban. If you are financing food, we are at DEFCON 1. You need a budget, not a loan. That is an emergency, and you need to treat it like one. The pain of paying is your friend. Friction is your friend. That hesitation you feel before dropping cash, that is your survival instinct. Don't let an app delete your survival instinct. Look, the smartest financial move isn't finding a clever way to buy things you can't afford. It's realizing you don't need half this junk anyway. Don't let the algorithm monetize your impatience. Now, if you want to actually see where your money is going, instead of watching it vanish into the ether, check out the links below. We've got ebooks that are actually readable and financial calculators that will hurt your feelings with the truth, but in a helpful way. Use the vehicle closing cost calculator so you don't get scammed at the dealership, or the investment calculator to see what that $50 could have grown into if you didn't buy that jacket. Don't be a statistic. Be wealthy. I'm Biscuits J. This is Jetset Wealthstyle, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.